Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood panda here. I am back again with the man, the myth, the legend, DJ, and we are watching another saga of epic, the Circe Saga, Song 2, Wouldn't You Like?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't we like
This
what?
one, yeah, and I got to say straight off the bat, the last saga we mentioned in the first two songs that it was a slow start. It was like nothing that bad's happened.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Not this time. This song came in and kicked our legs straight out from under us. People are turning into pigs out in here, so I can only imagine what's going to go on.
Oh, I know. Like, oh gosh. Okay. And remember, we saw at the end, there was not just those guys. Apparently, she's very practiced at this. There was a bunch more. So I'm wondering what the
Mm-hmm.
plan is for this, for all this new bacon.
Yeah, and the more I think about it, the more that I feel like that song, that first song, is going to be very telling for the rest of this saga,
Mm,
because I was like assuming when I first thought about it that Odysseus is going to burst through the door and, sword in hand,
hmm.
fight his way through. But the first song isn't about being a warrior or being a fighter. It's about being a puppeteer. I think this is
Right.
going to be a mental game and she's going to be trying to manipulate him. So I'm curious to see how he's going to handle it, especially with a name like Wouldn't You Like?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be, this is going to be a lot about temptation,
Yeah.
possibly. So I'm curious to see where it goes. But these songs always swerve me. I always think it's going to be one thing and then I'm wrong. So we'll see.
Okay, here we go.
I must say, what a brilliant speech you gave.
Who goes there?
Wait a
Just
minute.
a friend who could help you.
Where do we get Hermes?
I was going to say, we have subtitles here that say Hermes. Okay. I would have known it from the little things on his hat anyway. It's so
Yeah.
iconic for Hermes. And the thing is, now that I think about it, in the last video,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure we saw a flash of him. In the last animatic, there was a flash of Hermes.
Yeah.
But I meant to comment on the one stage when we paused and then forgot about it completely. But yeah, okay. Interesting.
So, like,
Cool.
what was he saying now that I'm. Brilliant speech you gave. Brilliant
Yeah.
speech. Oh, dear.
I'm guessing when he's talking, I'm guessing he means when he was talking to, he could have meant when he's talking to Poseidon, but I think it's more likely when he was talking to Yuri in the last song, being like, we have to save our people.
Speaking of which, where'd Yuri go? Oh, dear. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if that's no, it wouldn't be an animatic choice because he was singing the last song with him.
Yeah.
So unless it's a thing of like I said, there's not necessarily the animatic showed them walking together at that stage.
Yeah.
That could have been them standing on stage and then Odysseus has walked off to go and get the people. So I'm not going to read into too much of that because that's an animatic choice. But
right.
at the same time, we'll find out.
Hmm.
Who's there?
Just a friend who could help you save your men. A foe like Circe's not to be messed with. You want to beat her, you'll need the blessing of a certain god. Divine intervention, someone who's not afraid to send a message. Hermes? Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can beat her. Wouldn't you like to have some other magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. She can-
Okay. Okay.
I am sorry. Oh my gosh. Honestly.
Hey, guess what, guys? This time, I got one too.
Yeah, and what a time to have it. What a time. I had a whole different fan ready to go for this video, and that's why I dropped it, because I'm like, no, Hermes gets a yas.
Okay. Because, man, like, first of all, he starts out with this puck kind of,
Yeah,
I'm gonna help you,
exactly.
mischievous, and now it's like, dare I say, just a little bit sexy?
A little bit. Yeah, which, like, like, it was the laugh for me, the laugh that he has that gave me that kind of Puck vibe, of this
Yeah.
cheeky little Fae type feeling.
Right.
But when it transitioned, when we lifted the Odyssey, when we lifted Epic the Musical and dropped it straight into, and don't come at me for this, people, like, don't come at me, but when we dropped it straight into the kind of clubs that I used to go to, the gay clubs I used to go to when I was first out and dancing, I was like, oh my God, this is the last thing I expected.
Right.
But again, it just had all the elements for me of those kind of like anthem songs of that chorus. Oh my God.
But I mean, the beat and the just the, you know, the way he's interacting, you know, just on the animatics, but the way he's doing the lyrics with the little sexiness in there, it goes back to what we were talking about. This seems like it's going to be about temptation.
Yes.
That's tempting him with power to beat Circe.
Yeah. And again, the lyrics, the way that it's being sung, and like you said, the animatic, look at the posture that they have drawn Hermes in right now. My man is flying, but we have the hand on the hip pop to the side, with both feet pointed, one slightly higher. Like, Hermes is serving in this song immediately. From the moment that chorus section there dropped, the temptation dropped.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Hermes is my icon. I need Hermes on a t-shirt. Hermes is my new favorite character, period. I will not be explaining.
On that note.
Be tragic, I'll help you conquer her. She can turn you to an animal that'll end up on her plate. She can all but make you fall in love like you're on your 100th date. She can conjure up a monster that'll grind you to the bones. She has all the ways to haunt ya when you take her on alone. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be turned. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her.
Okay, if we don't stop and talk about something, we're just
we were
dancing
both
vibing
reaching for the
whole time.
pause there. We were both reaching for the pause there, because this is, occasionally there are songs I just don't want to interrupt because they are such a vibe, and oh my God, this is it for me.
Yeah. And I don't think there hasn't been a really good place, like a good stopping point to pause. So we just got it here in the middle.
No.
You know?
No.
But he's
oh
talking
my
about
God.
here, like, deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. Deep in the night, you know, so I'm wondering what he's, you know, going on about that. Like, this is going to be, is it going to be a very dark kind of, again, mind games and you know, stuff like that? Or is it just going to be one of those, he feels like it's going to last a long time, so you need, you know, you need more here.
Yeah, but first of all, I want to comment on the fact that musically, I've just put my finger on, and this isn't related to the comments I made before about this could be played in any gay club or be any gay anthem. Taking that all aside, the actual sound of the song I've just put my finger on, it almost reminds me of like The Weeknd. It feels like the kind of song The Weeknd would put out.
Oh yeah.
And again, it says so much for Jay's ability to write a song, that he can have one song in his animatic that feels like it's lifted out of a musical like Wicked, one song that feels like it's a diva power song, and then just throw in a song that sounds like it could have been written by a band as iconic and popular as someone like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Jay could be making a living writing hit song after hit song, and it would be the equivalent in musicals of what Lin-Manuel Miranda does, of where you sit there and you're like, oh, I didn't know he wrote that. No, I didn't know he wrote that.
Right.
Jay could be doing that if he wanted to, but he's following his passion, and I love that for him. But what you were saying before, sorry to ramble here, what you were saying before about Hermes being a little bit sexy, what was going on in the animatics after you said that was just everything down to like him catching Odysseus and holding Odysseus, these subtle temptations offering him. And then we had the damn near like has-been hotel style devil face with the big spiky teeth smile. I was like, the monster girls would be going crazy for Hermes.
Absolutely.
If this gets popular, there are going to be, well, it is popular as hell. But if there isn't already, once it goes on a worldwide scale, there are going to be full-on fanfics written about Hermes, full backstories written about Hermes, because I never thought of Hermes in this way.
No, no. Well, it was the Greek gods. You never know what they were up to.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I also love that one of the lines that they sang there, the entire screen changed from these blue and these different shades of blue vibes into, I think it was like a pink and a yellow suddenly.
Yeah.
And the entire mood shifted for one of the lines. I can't remember what one it was, but at the time I was like, it was either on a big note or it was on a particular line, and I was like, there it is right there. That sums it up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
so good.
We're looking at, wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? And he's holding something that looks like a flower.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Come preferred. Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Oh, here in the roots of this flower, there lies such a power to take her on. You must consume and digest it, then you'll manifest a being of your creation. All you need's imagination, though it's only for a moment. Till you've beaten your opponent.
And I call this route Holy Moly.
Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you?
Before we get into that chorus, like, I'm gonna go off in this chorus, but holy moly, that's what you call it.
Yeah. No.
But
this guy. I feel like he's Neil Newbin all together. Like, if you've ever people, they'll know. But the sassy, like, upper crust British, just tally ho, let's go. Like, it's so silly and fun at the same time. I'm loving it.
I'm gonna put it out there. People have started doing epic covers, and I already want to start reacting to them. Okay, and I know this would never happen, but Panda, you and me, we're both voice play fans. Okay, 3 words. Well, I don't actually think it's 4 words technically. Caesar de la Rosa. Can you imagine our boy Caesar serving as Hermes? I think as soon as I said voice play, you thought of it. It would give me life. It would give me everything I need to see Caesar performing as Hermes, because there was a moment where Hermes was floating in the air in full slumber party position.
Yes.
And, like, I don't even know what else to say at this point. He is an icon. He is my spirit animal. I love Hermes, period.
Jeff has
and
to be on his ears. Done. Really? Odysseus? I would rather hear him do Ruthlessness by Poseidon. That would damn near kill me. Damn. Okay, leave in the comments if we were gonna do this as a voice play musical. Who is what character?
Yep. I see Odysseus. I think Ellie would kill. Either way, let's stop fan casting. Let's get back into it. I was not ready for this kind. I call it holy moly. Like, he's so proud of himself for the name that he's given this route. Also,
find out I'm interested to find out later in the animatics if it has anything to do with, you never see his eyes except for a few times when they look super evil.
That's a good point. I'm hoping this is definitely Hermes. I imagine it really is. Because all the vibes that we've been saying about so far could have very easily be that this is like illusion by Circe. Like, we're getting all that sassiness and that side of things. I doubt it, but it wouldn't shock me either. Can we go back just a little bit more? Because I want to hear exactly what he said about this route. I'll just rewind it a little bit more. Here we go. From here. Okay, here in the root of the flower. Okay, I thought that he said they had to go and find the flower, but yeah. So he's actually giving it to him in this moment. Okay.
You must consume and digest it, then you'll manifest a being of your creation. All you need's imagination, though it's only for a moment. Till you've beaten your opponent.
And I call this route Holy Moly.
Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt or you can be hurt. Some of the magic, wouldn't you like me, friend, you very well may die. Good luck.
What an ending!
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Oh my god.
What a way to end it.
Okay. Whether the animatic or not was following along with them, I still feel like that cheekiness that from the voice and the way the voice actor was doing the lines, it fits.
Oh yeah, this is one of those ones. There are certain reactions we've done throughout this where it feels like the animatic is so incredibly good that it's either a case of that Jay would have sat there and went, they nailed that exactly how I wanted it to be, or he'd sit there afterwards and go, well, hell, it wasn't like that before, but it will be now, because it just feels too perfect.
Absolutely.
They have made, like, the song itself, I feel like would have made Hermes just an iconic character to begin with.
Yes.
But this animatic has just elevated him to, no pun intended here, God tier. Like, I am obsessed with Hermes. I'm going to be heartbroken if he's not in it more. And even this end scene of the animatic here, him holding a love heart with Odysseus in it, with the little, like, things under his cheeks that you get in anime.
Uh-huh.
Everything.
Oh my God. It still has that all through that. It was all that puck kind of mischievous thing. So I'm wondering, like you say, whether it's an illusion by Circe or not. There's something fishy going on here.
Yeah. And it's such a thing. It's very similar. And it's funny that the Keep Your Friends Close is on the screen at the moment, because it's giving me very similar vibes to the wind goddess that they had, in the fact of Jay's doing a fantastic job of showing that the Greek gods weren't looked at like the Christian god or things like that, of infallible, perfect, beings. They had their flaws. They had their own issues and stuff. And both Hermes and the wind goddess feel like these childish entities playing games with people like they don't matter, because even though Hermes is helping him out here, he's like giggling, you very well may die, and kissing him on the cheek and things like that, of like, he doesn't care whether Odysseus lives or dies. This is just fun and entertainment for him. And that was a lot of the time how the gods would treat people as things for their own stupid entertainment. But yeah, oh my God, I'm gonna put it out there, and I people may have different opinions. I think this might have just taken the cake for my favorite song from this musical. Like, it's a tough tie. I was gonna say it's a tough tie with Ruthlessness. Like, they are both right up there. And from the earlier stuff, from the Cyclops Saga, Open Arms, like that was an iconic one for me. That's one of the ones I go back to and listen to the most as just fun listening time. But this one here, I feel like I could listen to on repeat till my ears fall off.
Absolutely. And I can't dance worth nothing, but I would be dancing to this. I was dancing to this.
It says a lot about the music side of things that I could not have sat still if I wanted to. It's and I think I might be wrong. I think they might have gotten some before, but in this saga, at an absolute minimum, first song to earn the fan clack, and it did it not just for the vocals, but just for the character.
Yes, absolutely.
Adored this.
Oh, y'all, I cannot wait to see. Like you say, I hope Hermes is a little bit in more of this, but now we've got to figure out what exactly his trickery is. Is this going to work? Is this route he's given, is it going to do anything? Is it going to fall flat on Odysseus' face? What? So we're going to go and record the next one.
Yep.
But and what's going to happen is the next one's going to go out on DJ's channel. Okay. And then the next one will go on that kind of stuff. So go ahead and do us a favor if you can. Like this video. Go check out the animatic. We've got the links in the description below. Check out Jorge's channel. Give us a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you can, maybe we both, me and DJ, we have a Patreon. Yes, yes, we do. We both have all kinds of things like behind the scenes things. DJ has a whole list of things that I'll let him when he does his reaction for the next one list all of the many things he loves to do. But for mine, I have two tiers. The first, you can get all kinds of behind the scenes content, early releases of songs, and in the second tier, you can get a guaranteed monthly request of a song that I cover on my channel. I'll do the original, and then I'll do a cover of that song and compare and contrast the two. But again, if you can't do our Patreons, that's fine. Give us a like and a subscribe on our YouTube channels. They help out our channels tremendously and they don't cost you a thing. All right? All right. So until the next song, have a good day, night, morning, evening, whatever time zone you happen to be in, and we'll see you there.